What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. This guide is intended towards newer players, people that might not know the best way to build a class. You got Lae'Zel on your team and you're like, man, what do I do? Do I keep her as a fighter? How do I build her? Well, this will be for you. So early on, maybe level 1 to 2, the fighter's kinda weak, kind of seems not worth it, and you're like, man, I want to switch her class right now. Well, I would encourage you not to do that. Keep her as a fighter. Get her to level 2. You get Action Surge, which is super good. And then we get her to level 3, and this is when the fun begins. We get to pick her subclass. I recommend Battle Master. I think she starts at Battle Master. And we get access to these awesome features called Superiority Die, which give us all these extra, options. And here's all the maneuvers we can do. This is what the Superiority Die give us. And we get access to, the stuff we choose. So, what I would pick, what I recommend, Riposte is very good. When a hostile creature misses you with a melee attack, expend a die to retaliate with a powerful strike that deals an additional 1d8. So, very useful. You're going to be in the melee in the thick of it all the time, so... Precision Attack, you can spend a Superiority Die to add it to the result to an attack roll. Very good. So you can add a 1d8 to an attack roll. And Menacing Attack, spend a Superiority Die to make an attack die that deals an additional 1d8 and possibly frightens the target. And as you can see, these are them down here. These are what we chose. Weapon action, and then just a passive or a class action. So it shows you what you pick. If we click that off and click that, it'll be down there. So, it's pretty nice, pretty cool how that works. And that's when you get your kind of big power spike as the fighter at level 3. And we get another decent power spike at level 4 when we can choose our feat. I would highly recommend, now this is my personal preference, but she just works so great at it. Great Weapon Fighter, or Great Weapon Master. The reason why this is so good, it sounds kind of bad, right? Attacks with heavy melee weapons you are proficient with can deal an additional 10 damage at the cost of a -5 attack roll penalty. So you're going to take an accuracy hit, right? But you're going to deal 10 damage flat on top of whatever you roll. Now, this can be a problem because you're going to notice a lot of the enemies are going to be a 25 to 35% hit when you have this active. When you have it off, you're going to be like 60 to 70% hit chance. So you're going to think, well, is that 10 extra damage really worth a miss? And that's going to be something you're going to have to weigh for yourself. You can toggle it on and off whenever you feel like, but when this thing hits, it is going to hit. You're easily going to do 20 to 30 damage at level 4 per hit if this actually hits. And that's not counting, obviously, higher levels. I mean, depending on what weapon you're using. But you can deal massive amounts of damage. It is so good, and it's what I highly recommend. But as always, if you don't want to get that right now, get ability improvement and improve your strength. Get that up there so you can have better stuff with that. Level 5, don't really get much. We get a class feature. We get our extra attack. So now Lae'Zel can attack twice every turn. Super good with action. If you combo this with your Action Surge, you get 4 attacks on one turn. Now, granted, Action Surge, you need a long rest to get it back, but that's 4 attacks. And if those are great weapon attacks, and they all hit, you can take out a 100 hit point creature pretty easily. So, very good, very useful. Fighter to level 6, we get another feat. That's where I would take ability improvement, and I would get your strength up. And then just leave it at that. You get your feet I feel like that's earlier than other classes, but I could be wrong. And then you get an extra Superiority Die, so that'll help with your maneuvers. We get 2 more maneuvers now. And, there's a couple good ones. Some people like Trip Attack. Spend a Superiority Die to make an attack that deals an additional 1 to 8 damage and possibly knocks a target prone, which this is a good option. You can add that one in. And, another one, Quick Toss, it's not really in this game though. That's what a lot of, if you're playing D&D, that's a good one. But I would go with Goading Attack, deal an additional 1 to 8 damage, and attempt to goad the target into attacking you. Target receives disadvantage on attacking any other creature, or even Fainting Attack. You can use both your actions and bonus action on a turn to attack a target with advantage. And even Evasive Footwork is a really good option for just survivability. If you're going to sit in there, you're going to be getting hit a lot. You're going to be in melee combat. You can evade attacks by imposing disadvantage on melee attacks against you for a round. I would probably take Evasive Footwork But fainting or goading are good if you don't want to do trip. So, whatever you like, even disarming, you know, it has a chance to, if you're fighting humanoid enemies, to knock the weapon out of their hands. So those are all solid choices, kind of down to preference there. I mean, it's not, none of them are going to really make or break. And we get another feat already at level 8, so we can get ability improvement again and get this up to 20. And then, you know, you don't even have to get ability improvement because, you know, 20 is the cap. So what we could get is the 1 Heavy Armor Master. This one I would probably recommend over the ability improvement because you already got it the first time. But this, your strength increases by 1, so we'll get it to 20. And then incoming damage from non-magical attacks also decreases by 3 while you're wearing heavy armor. So all physical damage pretty much is decreased by 3 while you're wearing heavy armor. That is what I would recommend. That is the way to go. And then you get your 20 strength, and it's a win-win. So hopefully this guide was helpful for newer players. I know it's not the most complex and crazy guides, but it's not meant to be. And it gives you an idea of what works good on Lae'Zel and how to kind of set up the fighter. Fighter's not as complex, you know, as like a cleric or a wizard or a sorcerer or a warlock. So, you know, obviously more of the melee classes, a little more simple building. But if you guys got any questions or comments, you know, please drop them down below. I'd be glad to help you out with the build or something similar. And if you guys got your own builds, you know, drop them down below. Heck, you know, maybe, you know, other people will check the comments and they'll see another build they want to try. There are so many ways to play the game, and that's what makes it awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, later, guys. Peace out. Have a good one.